4 YouTubers who saved a fan's life. Knowing your life is in danger can be one of the most disturbing feelings you'll ever experience. Regardless of your religious or personal beliefs, nearly all of us fear death to some degree.
Death, you're scary.
But what if your favorite YouTuber were able to step up and save your life? For various reasons, YouTubers have saved the lives of their fans, and today we'll be showcasing 4 YouTubers who saved a fan's life. But before we begin, don't forget to ring the bell for good luck. It may not save someone's life, but it helps us out more than you may know. Number 4, MrBeast. MrBeast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson, is a YouTube creator whose channel is very difficult to describe. He uploads all sorts of different content, but he has more recently been uploading videos that detail how he's donated loads of money to charity, doing strange things for long periods, or even repeating words for hours without stopping. Jimmy has gotten very popular recently because many fans are drawn to his realistic and down-to-earth personality, as well as his constant desire to help those who are less fortunate. He has a genuine passion for his channel and continues to make sure to spread the love he's received at any time he can. Jimmy runs his channel mostly on his own, but he occasionally gets help from his roommate or other creators he works with to set up his many challenges and stunts. Jimmy and Chris, his roommate, often appear in the videos together in which they donate large sums of money to lesser-known Twitch streamers. At the moment, MrBeast is the 17th most subscribed channel in the US, but he's moving up this list at a rapid pace. Nearly everyone who has a YouTube account has seen MrBeast's video at some point in the past, though few think of the impact that MrBeast has had on those he helps out in his videos. Yes, his videos are incredibly entertaining, but have you ever stopped to think about the lives of those who he donates to? What about the homeless people he helps get back on their feet? What's great about Jimmy is that the more his channel grows, the more money he can donate to those who are less fortunate. But it's crazy because the more his channel grows, the more money he makes. It's a cycle that very few creators have been able to pull off. But MrBeast is quickly becoming one of the most influential people, not only on YouTube, but in the world. In one video that MrBeast released some time ago, he took a large amount of money and split it up into $1,000 increments. He then walked around town and handed out thousands of dollars to all of the homeless people he came by. Can you imagine being in the desperate and vulnerable position that these homeless people are in, and then a stranger walks up to you and hands you $1,000? People are living on the streets that lose their lives to hunger every day. Yet a man like MrBeast is going around and helping supply those people with the money they need for food or water and asking nothing in return. Not only has MrBeast helped these people regain a sense of well-being, but he's also most likely saved countless lives through his channel. One homeless man in particular was gifted $10,000 by MrBeast, giving him more than enough money to eat, buy some clothes, and put a deposit on an apartment. In just a few short seconds, the man's life was changed forever. Think about that. He went from wondering where his next meal may be coming from to potentially searching for his next home throughout an afternoon. The world needs more people like MrBeast, doing good and expecting nothing in return. Saito Taiko is a Japanese YouTuber who lives nearby the infamous Aokigahara forest. This forest has become notorious for the number of individuals who take their lives in the area after feeling as though they have no other options. Countless people go to the forest each year and never leave. There have been several changes to the forest and safety implementations to attempt to lessen the loss of life each year, but very little has made an impact. What made the situation much worse was when Logan Paul visited the forest a few years ago and filmed a video of himself laughing and joking with his friends in the forest, eventually filming the body of an innocent man who just lost his life there. Logan's video brought a massive amount of shame upon himself and his family, and even though he uploaded a follow-up video and apologized for how he handled the situation, he lost many fans after the upload. Japanese vlogger Saito visited the forest with very different intentions. In the wake of the massive Logan Paul scandal, he went to the forest to offer free hugs and condolences to anyone he found in the forest who looked as though they may have been searching for a way out, so to speak. Saito decided the best course of action for his initiative was to wait at a nearby bus stop and survey everyone that got off the bus and headed into the woods. He waited at the stop for several hours before he finally saw someone who looked as though they may have an incredibly fragile and potentially desperate state of mind. Saito and his camera operator decided to follow the man into the woods, but they kept their distance. The man continued through the woods for quite some time with Saito and his cameraman in tow. Finally, after a decent trek into the woods, the man stopped and decided to wander off the beaten path. Saito knew that this was his chance and he jumped into action. He called out to the man and asked if everything was okay. The two spoke for a moment before Saito asked what he was doing. The man was a bit unresponsive at first, so Saito explained that many people lose their lives in the forest each year, insinuating that the man planned on doing the same thing. The man then revealed that he had been having incredibly difficult times. He He was having issues with his employment and had fallen deeply into debt. He never fully revealed his plan for that day, but it seems clear what his intentions were. Saito offered a bit of advice and explained how he, too, had experienced a very similar situation quite some time ago, though he explained to the man how he was able to overcome the difficulties and find his path in life once again. The two hugged for a bit, and then Saito asked if he could walk him back to the bus stop, and the man agreed. We can't say what may have happened the following day or after the video ended, but for the day, Saito was able to save someone's life in the most meaningful way possible, just being there to listen. Number 2. Britney born Leech is a 29-year-old YouTuber who encountered some incredibly difficult times late last year. Her infant son was laid down for a nap on Christmas, but when she returned for him, he was not breathing. Assistance was immediately called, but there was very little they could do to help the young boy. He was placed in the hospital for quite some time before the young boy's parents were forced to make the most difficult decision a parent could ever make. The young boy was laid to rest just a week later, though this tragedy does have a silver lining. Even though the boy's life could not have been spared and his time had come, his liver and heart were able to save the lives of 2 other infants, a 1-year-old and a 7-month-old. The first child had been suffering from liver failure, while the second had potentially fatal heart issues. Britney's son was able to save the lives of both the children, who are expected to be quite healthy now. Even though his own life could not be saved, the young boy was able to provide the miracle of life to 2 other children so that they could live on and share his story while crafting their own. Number 1. Jamie Rains and Saba Loten are 2 YouTubers who met when they were 16. The 2 were best friends, though their relationship quickly grew into much more. The 2 maintained their relationship throughout high school while Jamie was making the difficult transition of becoming a biological male. The number of transgender creators on YouTube is seemingly rising every day, but many of these creators face ridicule in their personal lives and online. Though Jamie and Saba are doing their best to help new creators and viewers feel as though they have a place on the platform, helping people feel as though they belong in the world regardless of what others may think about them. The couple often uploads daily vlogs in which they go throughout their normal day-to-day lives, but they also do their best to educate their viewers about trans rights, the process and frustration of transition between genders, and document their journeys and struggles with living as a trans individual. They recently conducted an interview with Insider in which they discussed how they can share so much of their personal lives with viewers and what they hope to be offering to younger viewers or those in the trans community. While the LGBT community has made waves of success in recent history regarding equal rights and recognition by the general public, there is still a long way to go, and people are faced with criticism and ridicule daily. They are often cast out of public gatherings, and many friends seem to disappear when someone reveals that they're gay, trans, or otherwise not part of the social norm that has been crafted. Jamie and Saba have been sharing their journey and explaining to the viewers that it's okay to be different and it's okay to be original. Regardless of what the world or your friends or family may say, it's okay to be who you are and who you want to be. They've been saving the lives of their viewers for years, as being a member of the LGBT community is known for greatly increasing the odds of taking one's life, mostly due to the cruel people that exist in the world and the lies and opinions they may shout at you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and ring the bell notification to keep up to date with future uploads.